Hey everyone, I just wanted to do a map update, tablet command map update. I haven't done one in a while. I spent the last couple days, quite a few hours working with County GIS in order to move quite a few of our layers to a secured server versus the REST service, which doesn't mean a whole lot to me or most people, but all it really means to the user is it should speed up the loading process of the layers and also cause less issues for the county. What we found over the last week with all the floods and rains is we had some failures of the mapping layers and attributing that to overusage being not only users of tablet command but the county EOC and everyone else that was searching for data regarding the river and all that good stuff. So basically where I'm at now, I'm almost done. Have some MTZ work to do with the county, but the layer for that, not adjusting any of the lines, just moving the layer over. Right now, when you go into tablet command, I'm on the desktop, but when you on the app, it looks like a satellite. You have the option of choosing quite a few user maps. The TC California map was something that Tablet Command threw in a scramble in January because nobody was really ready for the fires down south as far as mapping goes. They hadn't switched everything to 2025 yet. So that was thrown together. I assume that TC California map will go away, but it's very similar. And what replaced it was the NIFIS 2025 user map. And that's a wildland map, essentially shows all the fires and a bunch of data on the fires. What I've done is I've taken those layers within that map and I've embedded them into our XSN map and our summer map. So you shouldn't have to switch to those. You should still get all that data. So moving forward, there's an XSN map, a summer, a winter, a Google map, and then a Sonoma County only. And just so everybody understands, this regular map has a lot of layers in it. I'll walk through that. The summer map has a lot of the layers, but then some stuff that's good for wildland fire stuff that's not needed in the winter. So there's winter. That winter's got some layers in it that's not needed in the summer. Hope that makes sense. The Google map is something that a lot of the ambulances are using. It's just like Google, that it's a Google based map that you would use, an app on your phone. And then the Sonoma County only it's pretty good for like the West Sonoma County and the areas where the mapping of the base layer isn't quite accurate. We found that the Sonoma County base layer that's made by our GIS is the most accurate for roads, especially in the rural area. The bad thing about the Sonoma County only is it's only good in Sonoma County. So once you go outside of Sonoma County, the map disappears, similar to like our CAD map. I'm also working with the county. They're working on updating that base layer map to be a 2025. So at some point when they get that done, I'll update this to be the updated base map. So just quickly going through it, as you select the different user maps and then you go to the layers, it'll show you what layers are within that map. And just as a reminder, if it's got the line through it, it's not visible. You can turn it on or turn it off. Won't go too much into each layer, but that'll show you what's in that map. The summer map, same thing. It'll take a minute to load because I'm doing a video, but the summer map just has stuff turned on that maybe isn't turned on the others, or it has some additional wildland stuff, like for those of you that know RMA and PCLs and pods and snag hazard maps, which in RMA are kind of what help us determine on large wildland fires, where's good places to put dozer line in, stuff like that. So some of that data is in the summer map that you won't see in the other maps, CAL FIRE aircraft, things like that. Some historical dozer line information. So that's the summer map. Wouldn't make sense to have all that in our regular day-to-day map. Switching to the winter map, you're going to see the same kind of thing as far as layers go. Stream gauges, couple things that you don't, some Petaluma specific stuff. Anyways, not all these layers are going to be needed. There's some river level data, which hasn't quite, must have not have saved it yet, but I added some more river stuff in there. So that's the winter map. And then as stated, especially the Forestville, Guerneville, like West County area, this SoCo only map, what it is again, it's just the base map. So you'll notice it looks a lot different. It's essentially very similar to the CAD map. And what we found is when you get away from the cities and you start getting out into these very rural areas, the road systems on this map are much more accurate to what's really out there. And again, this is going to get an update. But if you go outside of Sonoma County, there's nothing there. So that's why it's got its own user map, and is because it wouldn't work if you were leaving Sonoma County. And then the Google map, just real quick, it looks similar to those of you that use Google Maps. It's just a Google Maps base map. And there's less layers in this one because it's kind of like an ambulance. Seems like they use this the most. So they don't necessarily need all those layers that are in some of the other ones. So that's what that is. All right, so the other big project that I'm working on with PG&E is improving the layers that we have in Tablet Command for PG&E. And I wanted to show something that they just finished up and just got it into Tablet Command. It's really, I wish we would have had this in place for the storms, but it is what it is. So there's this PG&E 911 response data. It's turned on. It'll be in your winter map and your XSN map. And if you see a symbol that looks like this, the 911 symbol, and you click on it, there's nothing in there right now, or nothing in the county that I can go to, so I'm doing this in ArcGIS, so bear with me. It's going to pull up this data box. So it'll give you an address, city, crew status, the T-man's en route, for instance, on this one, an ETA if they've inputted it. So if we're dealing with PG&E and we wanted to know if they have a ticket and wanted some information, our hope is that you'll be able to know the crew status for that, the address, and we're hoping the ETA. That's one of the things we've been trying to get, but like I said, we haven't really been able to test this out yet. So the crews in the field should be able to click on this and get some information without having to ask dispatch. And that's the whole goal of this, is to be transparent with some of this data, so that it saves us having to ask a bunch of questions. You also notice CHP incidents have been added. So like people will ask, like, does CHP know about this non-injury accident on 101? Take a look at Tablet Command. It might already be there. Not going to give you all the information that the CHP CAD has, but at least it'll let you know they have a call. So I wanted to show you that PG&E thing that was really critical. That's new. If you start seeing that symbol, that's what that is. As far as the outage map, we updated that too. And essentially the outage map, there's not any outages I can really go to, but you'll see a blue polygon around an area. That's the outage area, and you'll see a number within it. And what I've set it for is the number that you see in it is the estimated customers that are out of power. So, anyways, that's kind of an update. I'm pretty much done. Like I said, Sonoma County user map at some point will get updated, and then I'm working on some MTZ stuff that trying to move it over to that secured server so that it loads faster. Anybody else have any questions? You know how to find me. Enjoy it.